Rejuvenation is an alchemical process of renewal. It is a moment, a chance for starting again, with a renewed sense of self, perspective, and direction. This is a flow to uplift and shift the trajectory of a new day. Whether you practice in the morning, at the start of your day, or in the evening as your day comes to a close, allow this flow to be an intentional time of regeneration. Let's begin. Let's start in a comfortable seated position. Gently drop the hands down to your side, and on the inhale, rise them up above to the sky. Interlace your fingers and outstretch them up, reaching up through the shoulders and the arms. You can have a slight tug here, feeling every ligament of the body. Exhale, release the hands and slowly drop the arms down to your side. Inhale, rotate the palms up and a big hug towards the sun's horizon as your arms come all the way up, fingertips to touch. Interlace the fingers and stretch them out towards the sky again. Deep inhale and exhale, release as you float the arms down by your side. Drop the right hand down and then scoop the other arm up and overhead, reaching and opening up the heart, opening up the chest, allowing for expansion and for newness, for fresh life force to move into the body and activate at our heart space. Keep holding and keep breathing. And then round the arm down in front of you and around, this time bringing your left arm to the mat and right arm scoops over, opening up the heart, allowing love in, allowing compassion and gratitude into our center. Keep holding, keep breathing. And on the exhale, float down again and move to the opposite side, opening up at the heart, reaching through the fingertips, really stretching through the neck. And again, floating down and around. Find your rhythm here. Breathing into the belly. Exhale, let's come back to center. Drop the hands down and slowly bring them all the way up. Exhale, rotate towards the right. Bring the back arm behind you and the other on the knee. Spinal twist here. Hold and breathe. On the inhale, arms come up and float around, opposite side. Always bringing our attention back to the breath. Inhale, let's come back to center. Gently press the knees, palms facing the sky. And then round the neck down and around. You can bring your palms down onto the knees. Find what feels comfortable here and move the body in an effortless, seamless cohesion with what you feel inside. Feeling every ligament in the neck and the shoulders. This is your time to just be real and raw with your movements. And when you're ready, reverse, opposite side, opposite flow. Keep breathing through this movement. Inhale, exhale as you come forward. Every breath is a gift, an opportunity for renewal. Inhale, come back to center, shift the shoulders, a little motion here. And we're going to give ourselves a neck massage, a little love here. Go ahead and just give yourself a little thumb or index finger massage right along the neck and the shoulders. Just waking up the body, getting some blood flow in these areas, intentionally and pointed. Release the hands down, and then let's move into a nice little shoulder massage and allow your hand to come down along your arm, all the way down to the wrist. Then at the end, just shake out the wrists a little bit and move to the opposite side. This is a great way to start the morning and really wake up the body. Or in the evening, preparing for bed. Go ahead and shake it out. And then let's come onto our mats, all fours. And let's sink the hips back onto the heels and come into a seated position. Take a round of breath here. And then we're going to move forward as if we're going onto all fours, but we're going to outstretch the arms in front of us and push the hips back and come into a child's pose. Forehead to the mat. Round of breath here. Slowly curl the spine up. Come back into a seated position. Round of breath. Untuck the feet. Place the hips back. Place the hands behind you and press up through the hips. Allowing your chin to come back if that's comfortable for you. And open up the hips and the heart, or solar plexus and our root chakra right now. Breathe into the belly. Exhaling through the nose. On the exhale, release, sink the hips back down into the heels. Hinge at the hips and fold forward. Come into a child's pose. Forehead to the mat, intentional moments of rejuvenation. Let's walk the hands to the left and then come down into a child's pose on this side. Just stretching out the right side of the body. Breathing into the belly, exhaling through the nose. Inhaling, coming back to center. Exhaling, folding forward, child's pose. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, walk to the right side this time, just the hands. Forehead comes down, child's pose. Exhale, release. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release, forehead to the mat. Inhale, round the spine, come back into a seated position. Straight spine. You can untuck your heels so that you're seated firmly in between on the mat. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold forward right between the thighs. Forehead to the mat. Opening up the hips, surrendering and exhaling. Inhale, slowly curl yourself back up. Seated position. Come forward onto all fours. Inhale, round the spine. Exhale, release, arching the back. Inhale, round the spine. Hold. Exhale, release, arching the back. Inhale, round the spine, tucking the tailbone in. Exhale, release, arching the back. Inhale, round the spine again. Come into a neutral position, tuck the toes and press the hips back. Come into pyramid. Feel free to pedal the feet. Take a round of breath here. Deep cleansing breath. Let's lift the right leg high. Bending the knee, opening up the hips. Hold here for a moment. Squaring the hips, pushing the knee forward, foot onto the mat. Come into your lunge. Drop the other knee down to the mat. And we're going to press through the hips. Really opening up that center. Inhale and reach up, bring the arms up above to the sky, fingertips to touch. Holding here, pressing through, deepening the lunge. Exhale, bring your hands down. Inhale, float them up like you're flying. Exhale, bring them down. Inhale, guide them up towards the sky. Total flight mode. Exhale, release the hands, come down again. Inhale as you flap your wings up. Bring the hands together and then we're going to twist to the right. Bringing that left elbow on the outside of your right knee. Hold here. Come back to center, reach the arms up. Exhale, float them down to the mat. Lift up through the lunge and straighten the right leg, forehead to the mat. Hold. Exhale, come forward, bring the foot to meet the other, forward bend. Hold here. Inhale, slowly curl the spine up. Straight line. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up above to the sky. And exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Release the hands all the way down towards the mat. Take a nice inhale. Hop or walk the feet to the back of the mat, tall plank. Hold. Lower yourself down and move into your flow. Lifting the thighs off the mat, gazing ahead. Exhale. Tuck the toes, press the hips back, inhale. Exhale, release. Round of breath. Lift the left leg high, bending the knee, opening up the hips. Squaring the hips, drive the knee forward and bring the foot down to the mat. Press through your lunge. Inhale, open up the arms, bring them up towards the sky, and press deeper into your lunge. Exhale, float the hands down, flapping your wings. Inhale, arms rise up. And exhale, release, bringing the arms down. Floating and flying, bring the arms up. Exhale, release, bringing the arms down. Inhale, rise. Fingertips to touch, deepen the lunge. And then go ahead and twist. Bring the right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Deepen the lunge, hold here. Come back to center. Release the hands up and down. Place the hands onto the mat. Lift the hips up and then straighten the left leg. Forehead reaches down towards the mat. Round of breath here. Go ahead and square your hips and then come forward, bringing both feet to meet each other at the top of the mat. Forward bend. Interlace your fingers behind you and allow them to drop down towards the mat. Release the hands to your side. Hands on the mat. Hang here. Just rocking back and forth. Inhale, slowly rise up. Straight spine. Inhale, arms swing up. And exhale, back bend slightly. And then swan dive forward, hands onto the mat. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, release, fold forward. Inhale, slowly round the spine up, straight line. And take a deep inhale in through the nose, round of breath. Drop the hands down and slowly bring them up. Slight back bend here. And then exhale, bring the arms down. Place the hands behind you. And if it's in your practice, move into a back bend. Just as far as you can, whatever feels good for you here. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, and then bring your hands to meet the mat. Hop or walk the feet to the back of the mat, tall plank. Hold. Keep holding, squeezing the core. Drop the knees down, press the hips back, come into child's pose. Inhale, slowly roll up. Place the hands behind you on the mat. Press up and lift through the hips. Chin comes back. Hold. Breathing in and out through the nose. Exhale, release, come down. Come onto all fours. Round the spine, inhale. Arch the back, exhale. Inhale, round the spine. Exhale, release. Come back to center, tuck the toes. Press the hips back, pyramid. Lift the right leg high. Bend the knee. Drive the knee forward, foot onto the mat, forward lunge. Inhale, and let's open up into our warrior position. Deepening the lunge, gazing ahead, holding strong. Drop the back arm down, other arm swoops overhead, reaching up through the fingertips. Sinking deeper. Release, come back into warrior. Place the elbow right before the knee, other arm swoops over, stretching from the fingertips down to the ankles. Round of breath. Keep holding. Exhale, release, come back to warrior. Hold. Rotate both hands down to the mat. Pivot the hips, and then bring that foot back up towards the sky, and then down to meet the other. Pedal the feet, come into pyramid. Roll the shoulders over the wrists, bring the knees down, and move into your flow. Tucking the toes, pressing the hips back, coming into pyramid. Round of breath here. Lifting the left leg high this time. Bending the knee, driving the foot forward onto the mat. Forward lunge. Let's open up into warrior. Finding our balance here and our strength, gazing ahead, deepening the lunge, hold, dropping the back hand down, other arm swoops over, taking a round of breath here. Release, come back to center into your warrior position, sinking deeper. Dropping the elbow down right before the knee, other arm swoops overhead and reach. Reaching through the fingertips, hold here. And release, come back to center. Gazing ahead, deepen the lunge, and on the inhale, rotate both hands down to the mat and bring the other foot back up high. And then exhale, release, bring the foot to meet the other. Come into pyramid. Inhale, roll the shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, release, bring your knees down. Move through your flow. Peeling up off the mat. Inhale. Release, exhale. Inhale, peel off the mat, but this time thighs are lifted, gazing ahead. Tuck the toes under and press the hips back. Exhale, release. Pyramid. Hold here. Inhale, roll forward and bring your knees to the mat. Press the hips back, come into child's pose. Forehead to the mat. Exhale, release. Inhale, round up, come onto all fours. Take the right arm high and then tuck it under the body, bringing the right ear down to the mat. You can use your other arm as the lever to either deepen the stretch or remain where you are. Hold here. Breathing into the shoulder, allow yourself to release. On the inhale, rise, bring both hands to the mat, child's pose. Exhale. Inhale, round up all fours. Opposite side, left arm extended up and under the body. Bring the left ear down to the mat. Allow yourself this moment of surrender. Inhale, rise. Come onto all fours. Exhale, release, arching the back. Inhale, round the spine. Exhale, release, arching the back. Inhale, release, coming back into a child's pose. Exhale, release. Take a moment here to connect with the earth, with our center. Inhale, slowly rise. Come into a seated position. Place one hand on the heart, one hand on your solar plexus or your womb, and just take a moment to tap in to the vibration of gratitude. Gratitude for this vessel, gratitude for our breath, and gratitude for those who have come before us, who have enabled us to exist and live and thrive today. Release, bring your hands behind you onto the mat, and press up through the hips, allowing our heart and our center to open and expand. Release the hips back down. Come forward onto all fours. Tuck the toes, press the hips back, come into pyramid. Exhale, release. Inhale, let's lift the right leg high. Bend the knee. Drive the knee forward, bring it down to the mat, and let's move into our pigeon posture. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, prayer hands down, elbows to follow towards the mat. Allow the forehead to sink down towards the top of the mat, and really surrender to opening up and leaning into any discomfort, any tension. We breathe into those areas. We breathe fresh new life force and intention into the cleansing and the renewal of these specific points. Slowly on the inhale, rise. Use your hands to push yourself up. You can remain here in this lower back stretch or reach back and grab your foot and give your hamstrings and your glutes a little added stretch here. Your choice, find what feels good. And release the foot back down to the mat. We're going to lift up the hips, right leg to follow, bending the knee and bringing the foot down to meet the other. Pyramid. Roll the shoulders over the wrists, bring the knees down and move into your flow. Peeling yourself off the mat, tuck the toes and press the hips back into pyramid. Round of breath here. Now we're going to lift the left leg high, bend the knee and drive the knee forward onto the mat, move into our pigeon posture. Again, dropping the hands down, bringing them up along your side, hands in prayer. Exhale as we fold forward, bringing the forehead down to the mat. This is your moment of surrender. Slowly on the inhale, rise. Feel free to remain here, or if you'd like to bend the back knee and grab that foot for an added stretch, here's your time. Hold here. Release. Tuck the back toe under. Lifting up, pressing up through the hips. Bringing the left leg high. And driving the foot down to meet the other. Pyramid. Roll the shoulders over the wrists, tall plank. Bring the knees down and move through your flow. Tucking the back toes, pressing the hips back, pyramid. Sinking deeper, round of breath. Gazing above, hop or walk the feet to the top of the mat. Bending the knees, sinking the hips back, let's come into a seated position. Bringing the feet together, allow the knees to drop to either side. And we're going to move into a forward bend, hinging at the hips, curling forward, allowing the elbows to drop down. Just go as far as you can right here. Take a round of breath. Feel free to allow your hands to extend even further. And then on the inhale, come back up into a straight spine. Bring the knees together, extend the legs, and exhale, let's come into a forward bend. Surrendering and releasing. Sinking deeper with each exhale. Inhale, come back up. Bending the right leg, hopping the foot over the other, and a spinal twist here. Round of breath. Release. Come back to center. Exhale, move into a forward bend. Sinking deeper with each exhale. Inhale, come back up. And opposite side, left leg hops over and spinal twist here. Breathing into the base of the spine. Exhale, come back to center. Extend both legs. Widen the stance, widen your legs, and then come into a forward bend right in the center. You can bring your elbows down, or if you're super flexible, extend your arms out. Find what feels right at your edge and hold there and breathe. Inhale, let's bring the legs together. Scoot down to the center of our mats and allow ourselves to fall back onto the mat. Knees are bent. Bring the knees and legs up towards the sky. And if it's in your practice, hop the feet over the head. Come into plow position. Feel free to keep your legs extended up, but if you're in plow, allow yourself to sink deeper and deeper, really surrendering to the lower back stretch. On the next exhale, allow yourself to come back. And this time we're going to lift the right leg high and drive that foot over the body. Extending our other arm out, spinal twist. Breathing into the spine, breathing into the lower back. Exhale, release. Hold here and really surrender to this posture. On the inhale, come back to center. Knees are bent, And we're going to press up through the hips, allowing our fingertips to interlace underneath us, squeezing at the glutes. Hold here and release. And now we move into the opposite side. Left knee bends over the body. Other arm is extended out, releasing and surrendering into this posture. Coming back to center, slowly and steadily, bending the knees and pressing up through the hips, interlacing our fingers underneath. Squeeze the glutes and exhale, release. Counter stretch here with happy baby. And release. And now's our time to move into our closing meditation. Allow your hands to fall to your side. Allow your legs to be extended out. Back is flat on the mat. Feel free to bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the womb. Whatever feels most comfortable here. And this is our moment of renewal, of regeneration, allowing our mind to fall silent, allowing our body a moment of rest, and giving ourselves permission to be still, to be present, and to regenerate. And bringing our attention back to the body, back into the space. Let's bend the knees, give ourselves a little stretch. And let's rock ourselves back up into a seated position, coming to the center of our mats. Take a moment here to reawaken, to get centered. And let's bring our hands down to our knees, palms facing the sky. Take a deep breath in and exhale, release through the nose. Both hands on the heart. A moment of love for ourselves for making it through today's practice. A little self-love goes a long way. Dropping the hands down and inhaling as you rise them up above, fingertips to touch. Hold and reach. Exhale, release the hands down to your side. Inhale, bring them up once again, rising like the sun. Hands together. And exhale, release. Bring the hands down over the crown, passing the third eye, and into the heart space. Thank you for joining me in today's practice. May peace be in your hearts, your thoughts, and your deeds. And if you made it to the end of class today and you feel inspired, please leave a comment about how you find rejuvenation in your life. You never know who you might inspire or who you may speak to. Okay, see you in the next class. Take care.